The Louisiana Supreme Court heard a major case today that could have a big impact on hundreds of child sex abuse lawsuits.
In 2021, the state legislature removed deadlines for filing abuse claims going back decades, but the Catholic Church and others say that new law is unconstitutional.
Yeah, our David Hammer investigation, Losing Faith, has followed these abuse claims for years, and today David's bringing us inside the Supreme Court for oral arguments.
The Supreme Court is now being asked to decide whose rights are more important. The rights of alleged abusers and their employers to avoid being sued after a deadline has passed, or the rights of their accusers to sue now that the state legislature has removed that deadline. Child abuse survivors gathered outside the state's highest court Monday to support a 2021 state law that was specifically passed to remove old legal deadlines for filing lawsuits for child sexual abuse.
This whole bill today is all about us, having a look back and saying, y'all can't run anymore.
We want them to pay for their sins.
It's time for these survivors to find closure in their lives.
Inside the Regal courtroom, attorney Ian Atkinson argued his client, Congregation of Holy Cross, had a right against being sued. And once the old deadline's passed, the legislature can never take that right away. But at one point, even Atkinson acknowledged child abuse claims could be viewed differently than other tort claims.
I think everybody here would agree that the abuse of a child is probably the most unforgivable thing that any of us could think of. I mean,
and that's what the legislature has done, is said it's going to be unforgivable.
Camille Gauthier argued it made no sense to strike down the legislature's clear intent to give abuse victims more time.
If this court struck down this legislation, be treating a so-called vested right as superior to all fundamental rights protected by the Constitution. There's no basis in law or logic for doing that.
Hundreds of victims hope the Supreme Court agrees. David Hammer, Eyewitness News.
The arguments come just days after a federal judge recused himself from the Archdiocese bankruptcy case because of a conflict. A Supreme Court Justice John Weimer disclosed he's shared attorneys with one of the church entities, but said he didn't need to recuse himself from today's hearing.